heart-throb month. You fuckers.
It is. It's heart-throb month. Come on, Bill.
Welcome to Something Crunchy, the Valley's #1 comedy entertainment podcast.
Welcome to Something Crunchy. I'm Kellen Blake. With me, as always, Blair and Tyler Dressel. We have one of our most memorable guests joining us again tonight. He's an actor who you've seen in shows like Shameless and Home Improvement and movies like Hot Shots and Bull Durham. Please welcome back Billy O'Leary.
That's me, by the way.
Billy, thank you for joining us. How is life treating you, sir?
I discovered this morning that I have skin cancer.
Oh, I hope you're
Billy.
joking.
Now, I understand how that can make you very nervous right now, because this is supposed to be a really funny podcast. So I got skin cancer, right? And so they give me the call this morning. And they say, yeah, we got to take it out. And the thing is, it's on my face.
Oh, Bill. Oh.
So it's fine. I'm already planning the scar, and I'm going to relaunch my career. But I live in Texas. And the gal, being very serious, of course, and says, or schedule your follow-up 4 to 6 months from now. I said, well, I won't be able to do that here because I'm moving. She said, where are you going? I said, north of Seattle, about halfway to Vancouver.
Oh, that's a good area.
Then you'll just need to set that up there then. And, well, you'll just be taking a little memento from your time in Texas. And I said, yeah, that's a really good way to look at it. I just didn't think the memento was going to come from my skin doctor. I figured it would come from my proctologist. And, oh, man, that did not go over well.
No?
It didn't land?
Oh, yeah, it landed. I just think she didn't like where it landed. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, I realized that's what, if you're a real comedian, that's just what you do. It's what I've done my entire life. Well, you just take the bad shit and you do something with it.
Find a way to laugh about it.
Yeah, that's what because my upbringing was just, other people have had worse, but mine was not good.
Remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, and so I just kind of always turned to comedy or really bad evil. I noticed you didn't mention my CSI Miami episodes where I used to kidnap little blonde girls. They liked me so much in the first one, they decided not to kill me, and they broke me out of prison for the season finale.
Ooh, they really like you now.
That character arc, there was more to it. There was more.
I just thought there was some depth to him that they hadn't explored yet. Yeah. So let me see the guidelines. Not political, not religious. Probably ought to get off the cancer thing. And I think I think that my career well is pretty dry too. So let's move on.
Moving on.
I'm looking for another softball here.
Oh man, no, you came to the softball batting cages, my friend. Are you still going to be doing the coaching, or just moving the operation up north?
Yes, exactly.
Nice.
And there are perhaps a couple of possibilities up there for me to teach at university. Universities tend to be a giant hotbed of, you got to be careful stepping on other people's toes. But thinking about that, I'll get going online again. There's a play that I need to do. And I think I'll feel a little braver, a little more at ease about doing it north of the Mason-Dixon line.
What's the subject matter?
Yeah, now I'm wondering what the subject is.
It's called The One-Eyed Man.
Okay.
And it's about being bipolar.
Oh, okay.
Because I haven't cared much for the movies even though they're hugely successful, which might explain the last decade of my career, that have portrayed what it is to be a manic depressive.
Right.
And I think I've got a whole and really cool, fun take on it. It's written. I just haven't found the nut to actually produce it for myself. But it's the way I think. It's the way my mind works, and I think the audience will. I think they'll dig it.
It's like that would be so well received.
Well, sure, if it's good. Again,
if it's a dumpster fire, it's not going to be that well received, Blair.
Billy, so
yeah,
it's not.
Wow, I was still just coming off the whole heart-throb thing you guys gave me at the beginning. Yeah, it's a pretty out there piece, and I haven't been on a stage in like half of my life.
That is what we need right now. We need risk takers. We need out there pieces, and I think you go full tilt into this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I completely agree with you. I'm actually really disappointed in art and in theater and in film right now. I don't think we have measured up to what's going on. I don't think we've illuminated the way we used to in the 50s and 60s. And now I'm failing to do it also. So all of a sudden I go, oh, yeah, well, I get it now. I don't want to do it.
You want to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. You're right, though. We are not in the golden era of content. We are for accessibility, but not for art and quality of art. I totally see what you mean.
Yeah. And all we can do is what we can do, which is what you guys are doing,
Right.
Which I deeply appreciate.
It's mutual, Billy. Thank you. What have you been watching? What has sucked? What's something that had potential?
I'm really embarrassed. I'm mostly going back through old stuff.
Just no shame.
From my time. I saw a new one-woman play. It's not new, but I hadn't seen it. There was a new production being done here in Texas about the governor of Texas, Ann Richards.
Mm-hmm.
That was just absolutely terrific. As far as TV and film, I'm kind of waiting for all of oh gosh darn it, not White Lotus. What's the really horrible one out of Korea that I just
Squid Game?
Adore. Yeah, baby. I'm waiting for all of those to drop, and then I'm gonna get really high.
Yeah, I think they're all season 2 is out.
Move to Washington, and then just bomb them all in one day.
That's the only way to do it, honestly.
There are a couple of other shows that I'm kind of digging, but I just and I don't think the shows or even the creators so much. I just think we, as again, content creators, entertainers, I think we've kind of just blown out everything. When we were watching stuff in the 70s and 80s, it was all brand new.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all original.
Now it's all old. Everything is old. I mean, once you got, you've had a TV show in which young people are just commonly talking about oral anal sex. Where do you go from that?
Where do you even go from that? You know what? You start a podcast about oral and anal sex.
There's a place for that.
By the way, I did not say oral and anal.
Oral anal.
I'm saying the same time, baby. There was no comment in there.
The human centipede situation.
Touching tips in the middle.
Catholic school, you got to pay attention to things like, wait, we're getting into the political now.
No, it's okay. We're talking punctuation. This is grammar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got me. I still speak Latin because I had to. Yeah, I for the most part, I reread old novels series. Like I'm currently going through the entire Bosch series by Michael Connolly.
You were in Bosch, if I remember.
Yeah, I got a little one in there.
I got one.
It was and thank you. Michael Connolly, way back when, was launching, I don't know what number it was, but it was his new novel then called The Black Box. And I had my people reach out to him, and because he was launching his book tour in Los Angeles, and he was giving a speech at one of the big public libraries. And I asked if I could do the reading from his novel.
Wow, that's cool.
And he said yes. And of course, the audience didn't know who the hell I was, which is fine because they were right. And I gave a little story about how I had come across Michael Connolly for the first time. And I'd been in Africa, and I was there for about a month. And it was fairly relentless. And I hadn't spent a lot of time outside of the United States, any time outside of the United States. And after a while, it became out in the middle of the bush, out in the middle of nowhere, electricity for 3 hours at night, snakes, leopards, walking through the camp, elephant, all that kind of stuff. With my family, because they're from there. And I came across Angel's Flight, which is one of his novels. And the whole audience went, and I talked about how I would go for about 3 hours every day into my hut and just read Angels, because I needed so to get out of Africa and get back into Los Angeles. And then I did the reading, and he was very appreciative, and so I got a little audition, and was able to work with Titus, and it was great.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
Titus is an awesome actor, and Michael Connolly. Is it Lincoln Lawyer I'm thinking of that's tied to same writer and tied to Bosch? Yeah, okay. Those are all great, and it totally makes sense why they do the movies and the series for all of them.
Yeah. Good stuff. And I have trouble finding anything quite as compelling. I've got like 4 authors that I read. I'm like such a fangirl. I order the books on Amazon like a year in advance, and then forget that they're coming through. And when they show up, I just pretend that it's like a secret admirer.
Such a nice surprise.
For me?
Oh my God, Michael! Thank you so much.
You should have.
No way. What a sweetheart.
Heart-throb month, you fuckers.
It is heart-throb month. Come on, Bill. Well, once a month, we like to break down a few of the most ridiculous headlines we could find, the things your mainstream media outlets just don't tend to cover. Do you care to chew on a few of these with us?
Sure.
Oh, you're going to like this. Woman develops IQ of 220 after drinking sperm every day for a year. Or so says the guy she's seeing. Look how smart you're getting. Take your medicine. So a student from UCLA has just achieved the highest score in history on an IQ test designed by Mensa, and she claims her astonishing result is due to her daily ingestion of sperm. What kind of research are they working on here at UCLA? I'd be eager to know how this started. Was she just out of energy drinks one day and thought of its sperm of the moment?
Wow.
Did you like that one?
Did you stay up all night thinking of that one?
Just came to me.
The burn of the moment? I mean, come on. You had to put some time in to find that.
We get to take credit for a whole team of people.
My immediate reaction is, she developed an IQ score of 220 by drinking sperm, and my immediate reaction is, well, of course. I mean, please. That's right. Blair,
Like shout it at the rooftop so everyone's aware.
Why don't you hit a little of that man juice, and see what happens. Maybe you can dump to these 2 guys and start your own podcast.
No kidding.
I'm so intelligent. It all makes sense.
She's
now.
the brains of the group.
Yeah,
But where does she get the sperm? Like, who's getting milked? Who's getting milked
anyway,
daily
right,
for
now
this?
I'm uncomfortable.
Now he's uncomfortable. You think she graduated magna cum laude?
Oh, starting to come all over the place.
Wow.
We're having fun.
I just like where she's like, I'm going to say it. You're going to ask me. I know you're going to ask me how I got the score. And do you want me to be honest? Or do you think she just pulled it out of her ass? And she's like, nah.
I was really worried that I was going to be stepping over the line with my first joke.
No.
Really, you're safe here.
Now I realize that.
You're in a safe place.
I'm a third grader.
We got real blurred lines over here.
Yeah, no, that's my immediate reaction. Yeah, duh.
Of course.
Of course.
Obviously.
Are we sure it's human jizz?
I think we are sure it's human.
That's how the Catholic Church made me so smart.
No, her boyfriend thinks he's like the best ever, and it's like, stop.
Getting it over on her.
Like he thinks he's the brilliant guy producing this like 220 grade IQ juice.
High
Are these
octane.
real headlines, by the way?
Yeah, these are real headlines. Italian soccer club Lazio fires Falconer for posting photos of his penis implant. Lazio fired the man who handled the club's eagle mascot after he posted photos and videos online of his prosthetic peen. Juan Burnaby is the falconer who shared the images on his private social media accounts after undergoing surgery for a penile implant, which he said was for non-medical reasons. The club realizes and shares the pain that the fans will feel at the loss of the eagle at home games. And Juan says he has no regrets about sharing the images. I'll send Juan more if you want me to. Bill, what's the craziest thing you've been fired for?
First of all, I'm a repeat offender.
I'll preface this with
And it was always for the same reason.
What is it?
I was bad.
No.
Call casting at ER. Totally got fired from ER.
What would they tell us?
That I was bad.
I don't believe it, Billy.
Yeah, were you a doctor in ER?
At following rules? What are you bad at?
No.
Working under
I was
Clooney?
a patient who'd had
The
who'd had something shoved down his throat, and in my audition, I was able to kind of do the whole throat hurting thing. But when it actually came time to be on set, I had a couple of too many flashbacks, and I just couldn't do it again.
They fired you for that? What a bunch of heartless bastards.
Your main character vibes anyway.
They,
So
they, they,
whatever.
they needed somebody who could, put their personalization work aside and deliver the product. And I remember calling my agent late the first day that I had worked, and I said, "Hey, I haven't gotten my call for tomorrow." And he said, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not gonna."
About that.
Can you go back? What was the beginning? What's the thing about the Eagle mascot? What? Can you just slow that down? Just like the first 2-3 sentences of this article.
So the Italian club, they have this eagle mascot, and they were using this falconer to send out an eagle to fly around the stadium before games.
Okay, hang on. Are you talking about? Sorry, I'm a bird guy.
Okay.
So are you talking about two different birds, an eagle and a falcon?
There's the falconer who has a falcon, but they were using it as an eagle.
The falconer is a person.
That's the person.
Yeah.
Who handles multiple birds? Not
Right.
just a
He's like a
falcon.
bird trainer.
There's not
of
an
sorts.
eagler.
He's a bird handler.
Yes, he is.
He didn't,
bird
but
handler.
He didn't like hold on to a falcon and let the eagle come and eat it.
No.
That wasn't the issue.
No.
Why are they missing the mascot? I mean,
Because
what
this
does
guy's-
the penile implant have to do with the eagle going away?
There's a clear tie between the penis implant and the eagle.
Wow.
The guy that flies the eagle had the
again,
implant.
Let's go back to the beginning of this interview. I mean, I do one little proctology joke, and all of a sudden, this poor eagle.
And all of no, this eagle lost his job. This eagle lost all of his glory because the guy wearing the glove decided to take inappropriate pictures. But at the same time,
It's
like
private.
in his defense, though, it was on his own soch, and like he just got an implant.
He wanted to show off his new penile implant.
If you just got new calves, you'd want to show off those
and they'd
calves.
be like beautiful calves.
I have a question. What fucking social media will let you post pictures of any penis, implanted or not?
Well, it's Italy, right?
Oh.
See,
It all makes sense now.
it's the old Italian social media over there.
It's a little loosey goosey over there.
Although why he would need an implant, I don't know.
Falconer was proud of it. He wanted to let his eagle soar.
He did.
He got in trouble for it.
That's sweet. He'll probably get a tattoo of wings on him.
Oh, he's like, I'm gonna make these so great.
That's
Billy,
pretty
what a
cool.
good
That
idea.
is a cool idea for a
You're like,
tattoo.
why didn't I think of that?
Billy, if you were going to get a penis tattoo, what would it be?
Yeah, no, I don't have any tattoos.
Zero tattoos.
So it'd be your first.
No, I was
Go
born
big.
with freckles. You know, I mean, I my whole body's one big tattoo.
Don't let that hold you back from your future penile tattoo.
I always thought about submarine windows on the side of the shaft.
Oh, I like that.
Clever.
It's like experience,
Marine windows.
Like the SS Muff
Wow.
Diver over the top.
Wow.
It's like you try and cover up all the windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Billy's had a rough
Wow.
day.
Yeah, we're
he
trying to
he
help.
started off with like a rough day.
Some bad news.
He came on the crunch down, and now he's like he doesn't know what's going on.
I get it.
He's still confused by the eagle falcon situation.
I'm still working on that poor bird.
Still working on it.
Is the eagle okay?
I'm just here. You know, it fucks me up.
Didn't have to land on it or anything.
The bird got fired.
Here, Falcon.
It's your
don't
dog.
touch the bird anymore.
I mean, what else? We have some more headlines. It's more of the same, to be
Yeah,
honest,
let's-
Billy. You know, I mean, we can move on. I got another one where a girl was hospitalized for trying to catch a sword with her vagina. She was working an audition tape for America's Got Talent. Things went south, literally and figuratively. There's some jokes there, but I mean,
There's full video of that.
I mean, she was working on the audition tape. I don't know if she released the tape of the injury, but they're always looking for something new and fresh. I blame the judges for putting so much pressure
It's Simon's
on the
fault.
contestants. It is Simon's fault.
Simon's fault.
Reeks of Simon. Anyway, let's move on. Billy, it is the beginning of the year. Good time to throw out some bold predictions. Any strange or off the wall predictions you want to throw out there, just so if it comes true, you look like a
No
sperm guzzling genius. IQ of 220.
Wow. Wow. That's a little bit of pressure. I mean, fuck you. You know, I mean, because if you don't do it,
No.
obviously, I just like women. No, because any prediction I make would have to include everything that you really don't want me to talk about.
All the things you don't want me to discuss. I mean,
I consume. I just thought I'd let that hang there.
I consume.
I thought it was for dramatic
Gonna let that
effect.
sit for a second.
I consume politics about 6 hours a day.
Okay.
So
Oh yeah. So you
I
could just
understand
let her
that.
rip. You probably have some bold predictions.
I've got a couple of thoughts about interest rates and stuff like that. If you really care.
You know, we're more of a boners and buttholes kind of podcast, but we can dive into the interest rates. Money is going to be expensive this year. There's no way around it.
Mortgage rates, they're good. Anyway, let's go back to the sperm. I was uncomfortable there, but I'm way worse now.
I have questions too. I need to go back. I need to talk
hang
to
on,
her.
hang on. Do you guys have any predictions for this year? And then what I'll do is I'll just make fun of you.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead.
that's all you got to
that
do.
works.
Pressure's
Yeah.
off. Let's see. What do I have? I mean, Super Bowl's coming up. I predict the NFL is going to lose fans if we continue to see the same shit over and over.
Oh my God, change it up.
Boy, a lot of people feeling that way. Yeah.
So sick of the Chiefs.
I'm a little over the Chiefs. I mean, I was over the Patriots, and now it's like I'm tired of the Chiefs.
That's just because our teams suck and
Our
we're
teams
bitter
do
about
suck.
it.
Yeah.
We are bitter. You're
So
right. I do
that's
sound
not
like a bitter
fair.
fan.
Yeah, we're bitter.
Are the
Anytime
Cowboys
soon.
going to get Manning?
No.
No.
Oh, Arch Manning?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Is that going to happen?
I hope so.
Does that change your opinion on next year?
No.
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 No. Billy,
No.
do you think it's all rigged like we keep hearing?
Is there a script?
Boy, that's that article that came out with the brother saying, the referee's brother saying it's all rigged.
Yeah.
That was kind of shocking.
That was
they say it
damning.
a full script.
I really enjoyed football this year. I had money on it last year.
How'd you do?
I did really well last year.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I did really well. Particularly in the semifinals.
Just by chance, or did you do your homework?
I did homework.
He's not just throwing shit against the wall,
Well,
Blair,
I
to see
do.
what sticks.
Talking to a real pro.
Well, that's what I'm getting at now.
A friend of mine does it for a living, and so I just did what he told me.
Yeah, I would do
see?
exactly the same.
That's
So
great
you did your
homework.
Yes.
That's an educated guess based on a solid resource.
Right. That's good.
I called the 4 teams in the semifinals.
Now that is the research. See,
and I called who would be in the Super Bowl, and I did that preseason. So
Whoa, preseason.
wow.
That's worth $1.
I also had several bets on several other teams, one of which was the Falcons for some reason, and now we're back to the whole.
Now we're back to the Falcons-Eagles situation. If it was a Falcons-Eagles NFC Championship, that would have been a very
talk about full circle.
full circle moment.
Happening.
Penile implants for all.
Yeah, I mean, college this year was just really, really fun.
Yeah, it was.
College was way fun.
I like the
year.
format with the playoffs too.
I really agree, and I've just been so disappointed, because I grew up in Chicago. Heart home was kind of Wisconsin, so Green Bay, which is still privately owned, or publicly owned, whatever the fuck it is.
I
It's the
still
only
think that's
team.
so cool. I love how the city owns the team. That's so special.
So when all the teams just started trading each other, it became like a video game.
Right.
It just became hard for me to hang on. And now that college is kind of doing the same thing, I dig it.
It's cool.
I'm really glad that these quarterbacks are getting chances to go to other places where they're going to be better served.
True.
And it's it's the games have just been. I mean, I kind of knew that my Notre Dame was going to get whacked, but
they had a great season, and they're relevant again.
Hell of a season.
And they're going to be relevant for a while. That did wonders for their recruiting, for the brand.
Yeah.
People are talking about Notre Dame again.
Yeah, no, that's a good season for them.
So that was cool. All right, we've taken care of Patrick Mahomes and Tay-Tay. Let's move on.
Let's move on. Billy, have you ever heard of a product called Magic Mind?
Give me like 30 seconds, and then I'll answer you.
I'm going to give you the lowdown. It's a mental performance shot. We've been focusing more on our mental health lately. All 5 pillars, in fact: sleep, diet, exercise, stress, and exogenous compounds all affect one another, and these mental performance shots are benefiting to all 5. Better sleep at night, more energy during the day. We've partnered with Magic Mind. This means you get a nice discount. For this month only, you get up to 45% off your Magic Mind bundle by going to magicmind.com/crunchjan. That's almost half off your order, and these shots have lion's mates mushrooms, cordyceps mushrooms, matcha, and ashwagandha. Find your flow state, improve your memory, and don't miss out on trying Magic Mind for less at magicmind.com/crunchjan. Bill.
Actually, only because when you talked about it, I started to say, wait a minute. And I looked it up. Yeah, my wife got it for me.
Really?
Oh.
What do you think?
Well, of course, I haven't tried it because
It's good.
she's always trying to improve me. And I'm just like, oh, man. Do I need to try this? Do you guys like?
For sure it works.
You do.
It's very good.
And it is one of those things that you can notice after just, taking it once. But if you do it for a few days, you really do notice. And you notice in your sleep.
Right.
And you do kind of get an energy, but it's not like a coffee, Adderall kind of energy.
5-hour energy.
It's like a calm energy is what they promote.
Because I run at a 10. I'm a little quick. I'm probably the ADD in me, but it does help kind of focus everything down real nice without giving the
jitters,
the weird jitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great for improv.
That's very cool. There's only ever been one thing, two things. Yeah, 2 that have ever done that for me, and and one of them is highly illegal.
I was gonna say, one of them is cocaine.
It's why I never did it, because I thought it would literally make my brain explode.
I can't
Because
imagine you.
I've been manic all my life.
That's how yes.
You might be so chill though. You might just be like, who wants to take a nap?
So I did, and that was what happened. All of a sudden, everything was calm, everything was clear. I wanted to do stuff. I could think logically. I didn't feel like I was taking a fucking SAT, which I usually feel like 15 hours a day. I always have that. Graduated high school with a C-. So you can imagine my state of mind taking a fucking SAT. And I'm like that all the time. And so I never tried it again, because it was just fabulous.
This is how everybody else.
About this, but it's not illegal, and it doesn't have all the other weird side effects with it. But just as great, it really is good.
Hang on. Hey, remember the magic lines? Yeah. You were fucking right. This is going to be a knock on the door in like 10 seconds and a big bang on the table. And in the background, you're just going to hear, "Told you so."
Yeah. Fucking drink it.
We have a really warm relationship for a century.
Is that how long you've been married? 25 years?
Yeah, we've been together about 30. But,
wow.
Oh, I love that.
Wow. What's the secret?
A total lack of motivation on my part.
Completely dismissive of all things she does to try and help me improve in my mental health.
Yeah, and just not having the initiative to actually move on in life.
It's the secret for success.
Yeah. Sounds like a real pain in the ass to leave.
Yeah. Magic mind.
Magic mind. So what you want to do is you want to lay it all out in a fat line, okay? And then,
Okay. Whoa, hang on. I gotta go get a straw.
you want to get yourself a straw.
I still got one from Starbucks this morning.
Get a nice one.
Yeah, right, from Starbucks. Yeah.
I keep them and I put them in the dishwasher, and then I cut them into 3-inch lengths and use them repeatedly.
Put them in your pocket for later.
You have to pry it out of their cold hands if you want a straw.
Oh, you want a straw?
They're like, you want a straw.
Don't look at me.
do
This
the
is
dance.
actually really cool, guys.
Do the dance.
I will do this, and if you want, I'll even report back in.
I would love
that'd
that.
be great.
We'd love to have you back anyway, and that would be great. Like, yeah,
Well, and you can enjoy it and
give
know
it
what
a-
it tastes like.
That's
it
right.
Feels like.
I'll want a full report. All right, so married 25 years. You guys have been together like 30 years. She's been there for all of it.
Yeah, mostly the bad part, but she,
Mostly the bad part.
I don't know what her problem is. But it probably has something to do with being one of the finest psychoanalysts in the United States. And I'm dead serious. I married a Zimbabwean psychoanalyst.
Wow.
Oh, I
Wow.
love it.
That's
Okay.
It's like, man, I bet you guys get into some deep stuff.
Yeah, y'all have some fun conversations.
Well, we used to. There's not much left.
Talked about everything. Huh?
With your body.
Well,
Most of the. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say, let's now get extremely personal. Move on to our Fast Five, where we give you 5 hard-hitting questions. You just try to answer as quickly as you can. Cool.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, hang on. Where's that fucking Starbucks straw? Hang on. Oh, here we go. Oh, wait. Hang on. Oh, fuck. I don't have any. Hang on. Magic mind. Hang on. Hang on. Okay.
Right, he's ready.
All right, speed round.
Hang on, bitch.
Favorite movie to quote?
Gosh darn it. Bull Durham is awful good.
Yeah,
It
man.
sure
Yes.
is.
So,
Sure
but
is.
Does he call
when
me
you get
meat?
right in
I'm the
like
one with the
that,
Porsche.
There's a reason you get brought on for Heart-Throb Month, and it's because of Bull Durham. We all know it.
More Heartthrob Month. Absolutely love and adore Love Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally all the stuff written by Richard Curtis. is just so good. He did all the
Yes.
Hugh Grant movies, and they're just, gosh darn it, you know.
What's another Richard Curtis movie?
You know so many.
Three Weddings and a Funeral,
Yes.
About a Boy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Notting Hill.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
about to say.
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy wanting him to love her.
Best
I mean,
quote
fuck you, you know? I
ever.
mean, that just,
I- that's very quotable.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm with you. You're being sold as an action figure. Which two accessories do you come with?
okay, first of all, fuck you. So I did a TV series a long time ago, based on a very long storied history Japanese TV series. It was a kids series. I'll actually remember the name of it in a second. But so I played the evil Lord Zaviax, the Lord of Evil throughout the universe, right? And so I had my monster character, and then I had my Lord Zaviax character, who was me dressed up in, like 80s wardrobe. And then I had to play the nemesis of each of the 7 lead characters. So I would play 7 different characters. My job was to recap everything that had happened to each of the 7 characters in the previous episode.
Wow.
So in every episode, I had this giant monologue in which I had to play different characters and then give the history of what had happened in the last episode about each of the characters. It was about a page and a half, 2-page monologue about characters with ridiculous names who lived on planets that were unpronounceable. And I needed the job desperately at the time. I was really grateful for it. I would have to drive about an hour and 10 minutes north from where I lived in LA up to the sound stages in Castaic. It was wintertime. My car leaked. I would be driving with literally 5 or 6 inches of water in the footwells of the car.
No.
Dead serious. And I found out that the other leads all had marketing deals for their superhero characters. They had figurines and all that crap. They went to all the conventions. They were making a butt ton.
This is personal.
So I very seriously went into the head producer and I said, you guys have got me on a week-to-week contract. And I think we need to just do a little something about that because I need to start getting the kind of money that they are. And he pauses and he says, do you know why we hired you? And I said, yeah, because I'm the best actor that you saw. And he said, true, but no. I said, so what? He said, because you look like the action character we already have.
Wow.
So
this is
hang
personal.
on. I just need to schedule an appointment with my proctologist because of the question you just asked me.
So does it look like you or what? Do you have the action figure?
Butthurt.
Butthurt.
In fact, I do not.
Say, what if it looked like exactly like you?
We do
That'd
need
be
to
crazy,
find.
and you're like,
We need to hunt this down.
to be
I
this
will
role.
say it was a very Japanese version of what a red-headed white man looks like.
Like Billy, you're perfect.
So for them, it was pretty close.
For the Japanese palate, it was pretty on point.
That giant island of plastic that's out in the Pacific Ocean, I think it's mostly made up of my superhero icons.
It is my job to hunt this thing
was gonna
down.
say,
I want to
find
find this 1980s Japanese
We're sending
action
it to
figure that
Billy.
looks like Billy.
I think when Fukushima blew, they used it as a chance to go, hey, let's dump this shit in there too.
Oh, Billy.
All right. So which two accessories did it come with?
But I don't think the answer's going to get any better. By the way, just to your audience, I was not given these questions in advance. So first of all, give me a fucking break. And second, I want you to know that that's a true story. All right. Okay.
No, this is great.
All right, let's go easier. You do a lot of voiceover work, like you mentioned here. Let's say Pixar comes calling. They want you to voice a character in their new banger. Which animal suits you best?
Okay. First of all, that's really hard for me to say because I have a spirit animal.
You do.
Except he's already incredibly famous.
Oh.
So then if I were to go to other animals, they're all already done. I mean, if you look at any of the animation stuff, my spirit animal, the Latin name being Procyon lotor. Go ahead. Let me hear some tap, tap, tap over there. Name a common North American animal.
The brown bear.
Ursus americanus.
His Latin
Latin
down all of your
We're going
species.
full genus.
Name another.
What
What do you like?
Colorado river toad.
Blake.
I don't think that's it.
It is. It's Boofus something.
Yeah,
There's a Colorado river toad.
I know, but I don't think that's his spirit animal.
I'm just kind of into warm-blooded, you know.
Oh,
Go more.
I thought we were testing
way too
him on his
cold,
Latin.
Blake.
We're trying to think of his spirit animal.
Yeah.
Bald eagle.
For sure, the falcon.
Yeah. Again, you know, like fox, raccoon, otter, any of those.
For sure.
Skunk, any of those.
I could definitely see a fox, maybe otter.
I see an otter running like a bookie out of the back of a bar
Lutricanadensis.
somewhere.
Now you're talking.
You know,
Now you're talking.
a raccoon
By
bookie.
the way, just because it does matter to me, did you just hear me rip those off in Latin?
No.
I
You-
did,
you
and
said-
I'm beyond impressed.
Yeah.
You said fox, Vulpes fulva. You said river otter. I said Lutricanadensis.
Why do you know this?
He's
But
been
mine
filling
is-
up on that spur. His
mine is
IQ is extra
Procyon.
high.
Procyon lotor,
Billy, I'm so impressed.
What is it?
otherwise known as the trash panda.
Ah, the
Trash panda.
raccoon.
Yeah,
Raccoon.
my spirit animal.
That's what I said. That's amazing.
You did say raccoon.
Yeah. It's a bookie raccoon in the back of a bar. That should be you.
A bookie.
Yeah.
It's totally true, except you know, a galactic series has already taken it.
Yeah.
That's true. They did use the Galactic series, Guardians of the
Yeah.
Galaxy.
Yeah, huge character.
He's great.
Right.
You know, after that, then you start getting into ring-tailed lemurs, and you know, it starts getting complicated.
You don't want to go down that road.
We just know what's
Yeah.
going on.
No, but your Latin is like
Try
beyond
that
impressive.
once.
Yes, your Latin is on point. All right, tell us in Latin what your least favorite sexual position is. That'll round up our Fast Five.
Least favorite. Okay, so this is tricky because first of all, I don't have one.
Great answer.
Trick question.
Because it's just kind of all good, you know. I mean,
Is there a bad really?
Yeah.
it's least favorite. Okay.
I just love that he's thinking about it. I know he's thinking about it right now.
The wheels are turning.
I tried the nose thing once. And,
The nose thing.
when you combine that with, I'll just use the word orify. And now let's move on.
Or,
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Let's keep it sexual. This is fun. We have you on for Heart-Throb Month. It's only fair that we stick with baseball and with sex. I bring it up because, as you know, we like to play a game on every episode.
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Sorry, you said sex and baseball. That was
winning.
All right. Let's see if you could distinguish some baseball terms from sex terms. I think you're going to be pretty good at this. Let's see how we do.
Wow.
Batter up. Baseball term or sex term? Let's start nice and easy. Backdoor slider.
Come
Oh,
on.
baseball.
That's baseball. A pitch that
Obvious.
appears to be out of the strike zone, but then breaks back over the plate. That was your warm-up one. How about a golden sombrero?
Oh. Whoa.
Well, I just got to go with sex.
It's gotta be.
But I have no idea what it is. I'm just
You put
wondering
a
if
little
that-
like hat on the end of your dick. It's like a little like sombrero.
I got
That
one
is-
of these in the Pecos League back in 04.
And you play like Latin
Quality
music.
guesses, but you guys are so dirty-minded. This is a baseball term. It's when a player strikes out 4 times in a game.
Yeah.
Golden
is
sombrero.
Not.
Get your mind out of the
Oh,
gutter.
come on. Where'd that come from?
Come on.
I mean, what does that have to do with anything?
Ah,
Yeah.
beats me.
I like my version so much better.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of these will
Okay,
work
I
both
got one
ways.
for you.
All right.
I got one for you. Sex and sports. This is for Blair.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Okay.
ready, Billy.
Hat trick.
Hat trick. This
gotta
feels
know this,
very
Blair.
sexual to me. No?
We do this every week,
We-
Billy.
we-
This is so familiar ground for us. Fucking with Blair.
No, I feel like hat
Shaking her
trick is like
head.
where we still like it's something sexual. We start doing one thing and then we like change it up to another. Where
this like
it's
a key party?
magical. The trick is that we end up this way and then it comes out like that. You know, like
Go
it's
ahead
gotta
and tell her,
be-
Billy.
Go ahead.
What is it, Billy?
Let her-
Am I
Do you
right?
guys want to or not?
Go ahead.
Your explanation's
Tell me
completely
I'm right.
wrong.
Let
But
her
you
down.
got it half right.
She's not half right.
Oh, she's not even a quarter right.
I'm not like a taste, right?
No, it's a sports term. First
Yes,
of
it
all,
is. It's both.
it's hockey.
When he
But you said both. It's a
scored
trick
3
question.
goals.
3 goals in one game. It was
Three
a hat trick.
goals?
It was a hat trick. Yeah.
Everyone knows this?
Everyone knows this,
Wait,
Blair.
wait. But now what's the sex one?
Thank you. There there is.
That's got to be with
3
people in one night.
3 different people not in the same bed at the same time.
No.
What is it, Billy?
All 3 holes.
I will refer you back to a Latin word I quoted just about
Horrify.
90
90 seconds ago.
More horrified.
Horrify.
Google horrify.
So hat trick, we go from one orifice to another. Is this multiple?
Yeah, all 3 of them.
Yes.
baby.
Okay.
There.
I feel like I was
Oh.
like getting there.
3 goals, baby. 3 goals.
Also known as airtight, but not at the same time.
Not at the same time.
But yeah, no, no. Go there.
No.
Yeah, no airlock.
No.
Okay.
Hat trick, that's a good one. How about duct tape trick? Baseball term, sex term.
Hang on. Duck? D-U-C-T?
Oh, yeah.
Duct?
Duct tape trick.
Duct tape.
No.
Trick.
So sexual. Has to be.
No, I'm going with baseball.
Oh, you should have listened to Blair. This one is sexual. It's like wrapping a hamster in duct tape so that you can safely. You get the idea.
Yeah.
But it works much better with a gerbil,
yeah,
and everybody
no,
knows
no,
it.
No.
No.
Horrify.
Horrify. And horrify.
The reason I
Horrify.
never learned the Latin name for a hamster.
Get out of here.
All right. How about a Princeton rub?
Princeton. I'm going sex.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just good old dry sex.
But that's just a shot in the dark.
No, nailed it.
What is a Princeton rub?
It's a high school foreplay, just dry sex.
Rub it on top of
Oh,
each
that's
other.
not. See, no, that's not. You don't have to wrap a fucking animal in duct tape.
Yeah, that was like 2 totally different
Like,
animals
this is-
Just
there.
have a little cow pump, you know?
Duct tape wrapping
Poor
hamsters
gerbil over
to
here.
dry sex.
Dry humping? Come on.
That's sweet.
It's sweet.
All right.
All right. The Baltimore chop.
C-H-O-P?
CHOP.
Baseball.
Baseball. You got
Okay,
it.
he's getting it.
Yeah, see, that's where a ball's hit into the ground near home plate that bounces high above the fielder's head. That's a Baltimore chop. I didn't know that.
I was thinking Baltimore chop was like a titty is like slamming down on your face. Like if
like
you
crushing
just-
a beer with
Baltimore,
your titty.
like chop on
The
you.
Baltimore chop.
the Baltimore
Yeah, so
chop.
you just lift up your boobie and just like
It's like
smash
a-
it on your face. A
It's
couple
a party
times.
trick.
Yeah.
It's a
No,
crowd.
that's not a Baltimore chop.
It's a crowd pleaser. All right,
Blair chop.
let's do.
What? What? You smash your boobie down on a beer can?
You haven't seen? That's
Party trick.
that's a classic
What
party
was that,
trick.
American Pie 3 or something?
Jim Rome's
Pretty
Certainly would
much.
be.
Circus of Insanity.
All
All
right.
right, send me the link.
I'll send
Send me
you,
the link.
you know, you
better
got
get to
all
all the
kinds of links, man. You got hamsters, you got just orphi of links coming your way.
Yeah, but the ones I'm going to be sending you are like otters playing with their children. You know,
Latin.
Cute and
you
fun.
know,
Yeah.
little baby skunks.
Here's the
going
new
along. By
here's the
way-
new Mike
by the way,
Conley book.
Mephetis. Go ahead.
All right, 3 more. Let's get down to
Grizzly bear,
business.
Ursus horribilis. Go ahead.
How about the meat raffle?
Oh, come on.
The meat raffle or ruffle?
Meat raffle.
Oh,
Although I think that's what Colin Jost got in trouble for saying 2 Saturday Night Lives ago. that look on Scarlett's face when he said, "I've been eating roast beef for a week."
And the Arby's picture.
Whoa. I think Mama had to have a talk with that boy when he got home.
Can't say that to your
You
wife.
can't say that. Is he saying sex for meat raffle?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Isn't
just
it?
go back and watch Weekend Update.
Oh, wait.
I think it was 3 weeks ago.
All right, you got that one. How about man in the hole? Sex term or baseball term?
Baseball.
The batter after the on-deck hitter, that's the man in the hole. Blair, were you going to get that?
No.
All right.
My
She was
mind
thinking man in the
racing.
boat.
Man in the boat. We got a few
Because I
left.
think if it was anything in the hole, you'd assume it
You
was.
would just
No,
assume.
that was like really misogynistic.
I was with you too, so it's
I
hard.
feel bad about that.
Which one?
All right.
All right, what do we end on? Kentucky Klondike Bar,
No.
Pasadena mudslide,
No.
Puerto Rican fog bank.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay,
What?
First of all, I won't take any questions that have to do with other countries. Southern states, sure, go ahead.
That's right.
Okay, all right. Let's finish on this one. How about the slump buster?
SLUM?
Is there
Yeah.
a P in there?
There's a P in there. It's a slump.
Slump?
It's a slump
Oh,
buster.
slump.
Slump buster.
Okay. Because the slum buster was just, I'd say, I don't know, Donald Trump. Oh, crap, I wasn't supposed to do that.
Oh,
You get it. Hey.
The slump buster, I'm going to say sex.
yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's a lot like the man in the hole.
It's very true. And it can actually work both ways because it's when a professional athlete finds the dirtiest, nastiest, just most disease-ridden thing to break a slump.
Yeah.
Billy, before we let you go, what else you working
Yeah.
on? Any new projects, links, shout-outs you want to make?
No, I'm really depressed.
No, Billy,
Really? No.
Really
No,
depressed.
don't be depressed. Come back on and give us an update. One, I want to know about Magic Mind. Two, I want to hear how you're doing. And I think that you're really onto something with what you're writing. I really want to
Agree,
hear
and the play.
some updates. You have something there.
Include
That's
your-
awesome.
Include your Orify.
Let me finish with asking you guys 2 questions, all right?
Okay.
This is not the essence of the play at all, but the play has about 100 of these types of things in it because it's the way my mind works. How
great.
many people are alive on the planet today?
Over 7 billion, right?
I think so.
It's over 8. It's
Over 8 now? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Is that a lot of people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people.
Cool. How many rats are alive on the planet today?
Probably more than 8 billion.
250 billion.
6.5 billion.
Less.
Really? That's interesting.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Now put that into a sentence. There are more people alive on the planet today than rats. And think about what that means. It means we're a little out over our skis, I think.
Yeah.
We'll be a little over our skis.
8 billion apex predators. Yeah, that's going to last a long time.
Yeah. What's Latin for unsustainable?
Unsustainable.
What does the rats have to do with the play?
It's just that bipolar people both see things that other people don't see.
Believe that.
Most of which actually exists. And particularly we see patterns and we make connections that other people don't make. So, for example, I love watching West Wing.
Great show.
Mhm.
Right. Aaron Sorkin is rabidly bipolar. He used cocaine when he was depressed to get back up into the manic state where he could write the way he writes and see things and create patterns and dialogue and characters and storylines that is just absolutely stunningly mind-blowing. One of the things I do is talk about how bipolar people's minds work. And it's why so many artists are bipolar. because we experience the world differently from normal people. So, for example, there's this thing called hyperacusis. Our senses are oddly, weirdly developed. I can hear the ting, ting, ting when I stir my honey into my tea in the morning. I can hear the tone change as the honey melts in the tea.
Damn.
I can hear the ting, ting change. I can hear my shower water change from cold to hot. I can hear the sound of the water hitting the bottom of the tub change. Because there's a difference between cold water hitting a cold tub and hot water hitting the tub. And it's just, and I never knew any of that stuff when I was a kid. I just knew that I still don't know my times tables because there was just too much other shit going on.
But you're picking up these other frequencies that other people typically don't.
And then you start to explore those other frequencies. And you start to go, so I've had an issue with, wait a minute, how do we think this is sustainable? How do we think that, I mean, how many people can we, I lived in New York for 7 years. How many rats are there on the planet? Oh, shit, there's fewer rats than people.
That is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
You would think there'd be way more.
Yeah.
And then you start to extrapolate the ramifications. And you start to just, for me, and it's part of the awareness that I'm trying to communicate in the play, because bipolar people, screwed up as we are, we do tend to see things that other people don't, and we tend to be correct. That's why art tends very frequently to predict the future.
Mm-hmm.
We have the movie, oh God, was it Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
The giant ice storm thing.
Yeah. Who was in that? Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
You know, and 4 years later, the flooding is so bad, the sewer caps are blowing into the sky in Manhattan because the entire underground subway and everything is flooded. I mean, it's just, art does that over and over and over. Dick Tracy, back in 1942, had a wristwatch radio.
And then the video watch, which now is like everyday life, and would have been mind-blowing.
Yeah.
All of that stuff has been predicted by artists. And we think artists, you know, are just, they're just stupid, always living in fantasy and doing drugs and, you know, doing things with their penile implants. And,
Those are falconers. That's the realm of
Totally
soccer.
different.
Totally different.
Bird art.
No, but their perspectives are so necessary to see things in such different ways.
Yeah. And so that's kind of what that is. And one of the things I just started thinking about was, wait, is anybody even looking at or thinking about how many people are on the planet of the Earth? You know, and we don't, because we don't want to. And so we're just going to keep making more people. And at a certain point, it isn't going to work.
Isn't going to work. Idiocracy. That's what
I know. I think about that very often.
Anyway, if I actually, you know, pull my man out of the hole, or is that just my head? Head is. I'll let you know.
Please do.
Let me know when you guys when this drops.
I will. Plenty of links to send you. And seriously, let's keep in touch. I want to check in a few weeks and see how you're doing. We always have a blast. We appreciate you, Billy. Seriously, come back and join us again soon.
Thank you guys so much. Have a really fun, safe weekend.
You too. Thanks, Billy.
See ya.
Bye.
Bill.
Just have so much fun with Billy.
Think he's going to call back?
I hope he calls back. He did last time. He always likes an encore.
He does.
He wears his emotions on his sleeve, and he's a sweet man.
He is.
He is.
I like Billy
And
O'Leary.
He's my spirit animal.
Honestly, all of the Latin that he knows, I mean, I
He's a
can't
very
wait
smart
to see
guy.
what he continues to do. I'm excited about his play. I hope he goes full force with it.
Oh, you fucker.
Oh, you fucker. I love when he does that.
Oh, he did that a few times. That was so amazing.
Love it when he
Oh.
calls you fucker.
I love that.
Still does that?
Still does that? If he does call back, we'll get him on for a little War of the Williams. Do another Battle of the
Yeah,
Bills.
You missed it. You won round 2.
No, remember when he did King of the Bill last time he was on?
Course. He was great.
That was fun. That was a fun game.
It was.
He likes the games. He knows we're so foul-mouthed and dirty.
Yeah.
He was like, I thought I was going to have to pull back, but here we are.
Yeah, he's so elementary.
Yes.
Well, if you're not following us on TikTok, it's Something Crunchy. What's the matter with you? Get involved and find us on Facebook as well. Definitely the highest grade memes in the city. See those red hairs?
Yeah, I see those.
Don't forget to check out somethingcrunchy.com where you'll find every episode, our links to social media, and the Almighty Crunch Store where you'll find all kinds of crunchy gear showing that you are a proud citizen of Crunch Nation.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and all that crunchy good shit. All episodes can be found at somethingcrunchy.com and on all podcast platforms. Thank you for listening.
Okay, first of all, fuck you.